All right, here we go. Da-da-da-da. Is it starting? There we go. So I'm talking about this one more time because there are just some things here that I want to point out because I think they're useful things to point out. This is not a trying to be rude thing. It's not anything like that. I'm just saying like this is something to consider for the future so that if you are someone that's using copyrighted content in your work, you understand like, hey, my work isn't going to just be lost because of a screw up on YouTube's end, because someone manually claimed my videos. Nothing like that is going to totally destroy your hard work that you've put years of effort into. You don't want that to happen. Because I watched this video, and from the sound of it, and let me make sure that this is balanced again. Filters, limiter. There we go. That should help. Anyways, the main thing here is that we are dealing with a lot of errors in just everywhere. Just errors everywhere. One, YouTube's all encompassing. It should not ban videos worldwide because someone in a country where laws are different doesn't have a fair use policy, okay? Someone in Japan doesn't have the same fair use or fair dealing policies as the US or Ireland, and that's a difference in copyright law. So, first off, there should be a solution where it's like, okay, well, this violates Japanese copyright law, but trying to sue someone for copyright violation, trying to claim copyright violation on someone who lives in a different jurisdiction, I don't know. I don't really think that's going to be very feasible. So the best option there for YouTube and for all these other companies that are going to come out that aren't Toei, that will claim copyright on a video for anything. The solution there should not be to ban it worldwide and only localize it to the country that the creator is in. The solution is to block it in the country where the claim is filed, because if that's what's going on, if they're blocking, if Toei just blocks it in Japan, I don't think it has as much of an impact as blocking it worldwide. Now, I do want to point out that since this has started, Mark's videos have been reinstated slowly. It's not all there. Clearly, I don't think it's all there, but he has been getting videos back. If I press back enough, I just do that. Should tell me 218 videos. Okay. See, he had 100 something. I don't remember how many he had last time I checked, but he's getting some of them back. Not all of them are back, it seems. I feel like there's still some missing. You can see right here, part 15's missing. Parts 17 and 18 are part 17's missing. 20, 19, and 21 are missing. Just there are parts of this that are still missing, and it's just a slow process. So what we're dealing with here is this is already being solved. So that's good. And I'm glad that it's being resolved. But the issue is there are just certain things that are not being done that need to be done. Hi, kitty. So what needs to be done on the creator's end, if you are going to be creating content and you're going to be dealing with copyrighted works, and you're going to have these bad actors that come in and manually claim your videos and block them worldwide, you're going to have to find a way to prevent them from destroying your hard work. That is the goal. And I just want to play this video real quick. I will play it at like a faster speed so that everything happens faster for me. So
This is going to be my last video addressing and updating what's been going on with Toei Animation. And I say that not because I've heard anything from them or YouTube, because I haven't. It's not because I haven't felt an enormous amount of support from so many people, because I have. It's actually for an entirely different reason I never thought would be a factor, and that's me. Whenever I would work on a video in the past, no matter how long it was or how tired I got while working on it, I never felt comfortable settling for anything less than what I thought was the very best I could do. And over the years, I've grown accustomed to pushing myself to work harder, longer, and all that comes with that mindset, regardless of how I felt physically, which is a big reason as to why those videos I lost meant so much to me. But today, I think I've reached my limit. To be clear, I would never consider myself someone that suffered from any form of anxiety. I'm very fortunate in that regard, but over the last week, I've not been able to sleep, and due to the anxiety associated with this occasion and the scope of it, I've also had trouble eating. This is an entirely new experience for me, and one that has been fueled by what's been going on both publicly and privately in my personal. To say that a lot of things went wrong this week would be an understatement, and how this has impacted me and made me feel has been something I never expected. The difference in how I was feeling in the first video and the second video was enormous, and today it's even worse. In those videos, I tried to be as honest and transparent about how I was feeling and the details that were unfolding around me. I chose to make this public because I wanted not to lose 3 years worth of work for what I consider to be unfair reasons, but I don't think that this is something that can change, at least not now. I hope it does in the future, but right now I need this to be over. I no longer stand by a boycott of Toei Animation. And in our first step in moving away from this horrible week, the 2 videos I've made addressing the situation will be unlisted, and a new video will be released tomorrow. It's the first half of my review for The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. The portion of that video that I will upload tomorrow was written, recorded, and edited before this whole thing happened, and unfortunately I wasn't able to finish it. This will also be my last video of 2021. And over the next few weeks leading into 2022, I need to sit back and reassess with my team how we're feeling and what our plans will be for the future of this channel. To those of you that wanted me to
I had myself muted. That's a lot to cover really quickly, but essentially he's saying that he's lost 3 years of work. He's feeling very anxious. He's not eating right because he's so anxious. It's just been a very stressful situation, and I understand that that's going to be a very stressful situation. I don't wish it upon anyone. But the solution here, and my recommendation, would be to go forward and say, hey, we need to make sure that we save these videos somewhere. Hi. We need to save these videos somewhere. We need to make sure that they are available somewhere that isn't YouTube. We can make our own website. We can do a million different things. And it's just, you can go to an alternate platform, but, I understand that people won't find alternate platforms viable. They haven't been in the past, and there's no telling how stable they'll be going forward. That being said, at the same time, the option of having your own website is not, absurd. And I think that would be the best thing you could do for yourself going forward, is just make your own website where the videos are stored. And then that becomes a problem because you're dealing with server expenses, and that makes running everything a little bit more difficult. It'll be more of an expense. And I understand that that's a completely separate issue, which is why I highly just recommend, first and foremost, just putting the content somewhere that isn't YouTube, because YouTube has all of these policies in place that make it so your videos get blocked worldwide if someone wants them blocked worldwide. I know that I had a stream on my other channel that ended, that was blocked worldwide because I played a snippet of a Beatles song, 5 seconds of a Beatles song, and they were blocking it worldwide, even though I was talking about how I really like this bass line and it's a style I want to mimic, and just it was just a really brief thing. They're still blocking it worldwide, and I just cut it out of the video. You can't do that here, but it's just a frustrating annoyance that has been around forever, and the only way to circumvent it at this point is to have an alternative to YouTube, to have backups of the videos somewhere, because the way it's phrased, it sounds to me like he doesn't even have the finished products stored on a hard drive somewhere. He doesn't have them saved anywhere. These videos for the past few days have just been lost to time. They have been infinitely just discarded forever. And I know the way YouTube works a little bit in the back end. I don't think you can download videos when they have all these claims and stuff on them. I'm not entirely certain how different companies handle it. I'm not entirely certain if companies have say over it. But I know when I've had issues with a video, YouTube has been like, oh, you can't download this. You can't save it for your own purposes. So these videos are probably just in limbo where the creator can see them, but beyond that, they can't do anything about it. They can't put it anywhere else. They can go back and just stare at it for themselves. And there's not a lot they can do. So, short summary, this has been like a terrible situation for Mark. It shouldn't happen to anyone. The way that YouTube handles this is absolutely absurd. It's sounding like Toei manually claimed a lot of these videos, and they are responsible for claiming them, and there's allegations that they are a known bad actor in copyright. So the solution, I would say, is YouTube should not be blocking videos worldwide. They should only block it in the country where the claim is filed. And, I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's like, I don't know how well that works, but it should be like noted that there are different laws everywhere, and that will impact how that works out. Second, you should always have copies of your videos if you want them to be preserved for the future. And third, you need to have the videos up somewhere that isn't YouTube, because YouTube is going to have the most strict DMCA policy guidelines because of how big YouTube is, and because they can't afford to deal with lawsuits coming from the fact that they took no action on what might be a legitimate claim. And that's really where a lot of the headache comes from, is that YouTube can't tell if this is a legitimate claim or not, and they're playing it extra safe. And it's a issue for everyone, and you just have to find a way to circumvent it. Thank you for listening, and have a wonderful day.